Hello everyone, Trigan here. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Don't forget, if you like this video, check out that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. There's a lot sitting on that platform waiting to go. I was looking at things today and realized that I really screwed up badly. Especially I did stuff last episode that I may end up having to tear out. So I was really pleased with this. I like the way it looks. It's just cool with this rail bridge going across the lake here and the view into the city and going right past the airport and all of this. I just love how it looks. But you know what? I really should have been paying more attention to emissions. I had never noticed how bad the emissions are from airports before. And you can see right where the planes take off seems to be the worst. The landings are bad too. But like here, look at this one here. You can see this long trail where the planes, where the jets are coming into land and land here. But where they take off, just look at that mess. This is one we're going to have to fix too. But I want to start with where we left off last time, right here. Well, okay, we left off up here, I think, but we mostly worked here last time. And work out how I want to go about fixing this. Now, this is probably okay. The train tracks along here are probably okay because mostly it's industry along here. So I think we can get away with it. I might have to put in an elevated station here instead of this. But I'm thinking the airport, I want to move up here away from the city. And that will also get the noise from takeoffs and landings away from the city. Means redoing all of this stuff. All right, so let's start by doing this, I guess. I'm going to pause this. Then let's go ahead. I'm going to take this out. And we are going to buildings, passenger. There's my Japanese station. And we want T2 high speed. I guess that's what I want. Platform length, we want to be 240. Okay. Oh, you know what? I need to do the road first. Shoot. All right. So, because we have to have our passenger or our tram station in first before we do any of this. So let's line this up just as close as I can with the street. Actually looks pretty good. Let's go with it right here. Okay. And then these tracks are going to end up being redone. For now, I'm just going to move them back a little bit. All right. Now, let's take that section out. Go back to here. Passenger, we want this one if we're using trains. Or if we're using the elevated station, I mean. Just me, or does that look... Oh, that's right, it is sunken in a little bit. That's right. Because it's an underground station. There. So I think that's good. Now, train station. Let's rotate this to match the street. That looks perfect, actually. Okay. And now, how does this look? It looks like everything's connected. It all looks good. And we are definitely off from where the tracks were before. I was trying to make it the same, but it's just a guess whether or not I got it right. So let's go ahead now and see if I can do something like this. Try to line that up and come around to this side and line this side up. So I'm just trying to get the center line right on those posts. Yeah, that looks good. So that, well, we'll take this out. But that now, so that train can come up there and go down through there. Can I do the same thing on this side? That looks pretty good. Oh, I love it. That looks great. I wish I realized I could have gotten away with that before. I think this road is going to have to go. At least temporarily. Alright, so that is in. Let's go ahead and demolish our airport. Brawler can cry about his money disappearing. Terminals, we just need one. Hangar, yes. Landing direction, I don't know yet. I don't know why you are turned that direction like that. There we go. Well, that's pretty good. I think that works. This road needs to be redone here. Oops, there we go. Put it right there. This direction. You know what? No, let's do this. Just gonna run this one. Oh, well, that was perfect. Okay, cool. So that's right where I want it there. This, we can actually get rid of this bit then. We don't need it. I think I'll keep this little bit just because it sort of looks good. It looks like it's going to the hangar there. There. It's the hangar. Now, we will go ahead and get rid of this. And that road didn't work right to begin with, so... Okay. I'm going to knock all you guys back. And now we'll go down this way. Stop there. And that looks good. And that looks good. And then this. Let's do that, I think. And then curve this last part into there. And then this here. Nope, I want roads, not that. Okay, and then we'll just come out. Actually, it looks like it's perfect. I don't know how I managed that, but okay. All right, so this looks good. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these roads. So we have the bus lane and the tram tracks there. And I think I forgot to set this one to be bus and tram. Yep. There we go. So that's all set. I'll have to deal with the stops later, but we got this set. Now I just need to cut these tracks back a bit and get everything reconnected. Okay, so this side does not appear to work. Actually, I swear I had that on the level. Why did it end up down? I don't know why it does not work. I don't know. Can I do something with this to make this work? Oh, that worked. So let's change this to this bridge. And then go ahead and OK it. And can I trim this back? Yeah. And then go ahead and bring this all the way over here to this. It's quite a hill there, but it all works. can't I? No, this just doesn't even give me an opportunity to keep it as a bridge. I have to do that if I want to keep it as a bridge, which I don't really like very much. Let's try doing this. Let's try just running this through here. So I just want it to stay flat going under this. So let's go ahead and try doing that and then connecting it up to this, which makes a very ugly curve that I hate. Okay then. I'm looking at current instead of average. Look what that high-speed train is doing. Oh my goodness. But it doesn't seem to ever reach into the residential area. It's only hitting the industrial, so I think we're good there. Now I'm concerned to see what one of these freight trains does going through. Although they don't seem to be doing much. Why are the high speeds so much? That is really strange. I just want to wait for a plane to come through here so I can see how it looks now with the plane. There we go. There's a couple of our inner city trains coming through here. Yeah, they light it up quite a bit. Could do with moving this away from here too, but I'm not sure how I could go about doing that. I certainly can't move these because they're industries. This one I could move, but it would be a challenge to get everything connected. Got one right here. I'm going to close this. You know, I wonder if I'd only ever looked at the emissions thing early in the game. That's why I never noticed this. Oh my God, look at that. With the jets. That would make sense. Wow. That is quite a mess. But it's a mess that's now way northwest of the city instead of being right over the residential parts of the city. So I think that's going to help us. Let's look at this one more time here. Yeah. All right, let's try this. I'm going to try this. It probably will not work, but I'm going to try it. This road is going to have to go temporarily here. Again. Because I'm going to run train tracks through here. I might end up having to run it around this side of that industry. I wish that industry was not there. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First things first. Okay. Most of what's coming down through here is actually going to these two. So we've got all this industry that's coming down to here. Some of it's passing through here, though, going to this. And it's going to have to pass through up here, too. But it can stay on the same track that everything else is on. So we'll run this right here as our tracks for all of that. Okay. And then, let's see. I want to put the station just out past this, I think. So we'll put the end of it like right there. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. So let's get this. No, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to do this. The large buildings. We want standard and catenary. Okay. Turn this around the other way here. Okay. We're going to do this the same way, though. So it's going to be 2 pass-through tracks in the center and then 1 track on each side. So let me just adjust that here. I wish there was a way to do that actually when you're choosing the station. That'd be great. I hope they do something interesting with the new stations. I hope they improve them. We will just have to wait and see, I guess. Okay. So we've got that. That's connected. Okay, so that can go all that way now. Now to do this, what we're going to have to do is come off from here. Let's try doing it right here for now. Okay, I have a feeling these are just going to get changed altogether. Well, this might not. No, I think they'll probably both be changed. I think this is going to end up over here in order to get it onto our new tracks. And this will probably end up going this way so it can come around and go into there. Which is going to make this challenging and interesting. Okay, so there we go. That's that off from there. And that. So then we just run this. No, we don't run that straight that way. Actually, we want to be more this way, I think. No, I don't want to be too much like that. Can I put more curve here? Less curve over there? Actually, let's just do this way, I think. Okay. Okay, like that. Okay, that works. Now... And no, I'm not going to do level crossings on all of this. This is just the easiest way to visualize this part. That is going to be a problem, that sawmill. We are way too close to it. Can I even... No, I can't even connect to that. Okay, I think what I need to do is move this and change it to a slight angle, and then we'll curve out of here into it. Okay, that worked nicely. Now, let's see here. Let's run this down to here. There we go. Maintain speed. Actually, all of that looks good. Let's put that in. Now, the tricky part here is going to be this. I need to... So this track here, we're probably not going to have to jump over, because like I said, we'll probably move it to here. Because it does... Oh, I forgot about this one. Well, no, that's not going to be a problem. Once all of this is out of the way, I can set this here and connect it on. So this is going to be over here. I think I know what to do here. Let's do it right about here, I think. See, and this is a short station, so I don't need to worry about taking up too much room. So let's... Actually, you know what? Let's do this first. There we go. That didn't make any difference, did it? Change it to 160. Actually, let's make it 240. That'll be a little better. Little size. I think that works. Okay, that's beautiful. You see, I've got a platform and stuff here, so that we'll just come off from here and be able to connect in. Now, let's go ahead and take this and that and get rid of those. And we'll just go ahead and... Oh, for goodness sakes, come on. Just want it close enough to connect to that. There we go. There. So yeah, he connects to that fine. That's good. And we don't have to worry about these tracks, because these tracks are going to be removed. They're going to be eliminated entirely. And then here, and this looks like it's a full-length station here. So we're going to make this 320. We'll make it medium building. And we want 2 tracks. Yeah, that's what I thought. And this is just the easiest one of the bunch to do. So that's all we're going to do is put it right there like that. Okay, so now this is the part I need to jump. I just want to jump this road and this right here. So I'm just going to cut all of this out, and we'll try just raising it. All right, so here we go. Connect to this, connect to that. That's the curve we already had, and now raise it. Beautiful. And yeah, let's just use this track. That'll be fine. Or that bridge, sorry, not track. I think that works. Okay, and then all we have to do is take it from here. Boy, there's a lot of traffic on that road, too. Go there. And to there. All right. So that's all done. We got the oil well and the oil refinery taken care of. Well, not entirely, but we've got it partially done at least. So all we need to do on this one is just find the place where we're going to connect it on. Let's try this. How's that look there? That looks fine. It's going to be a bit slow, isn't it? I didn't check to see what speed it was when I did it. I should have. Okay, what does this say? 81. You know, I think that's fine. It's not... I can improve it, though. I'm going to improve it. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I did sink it down in a little bit there. I just wanted to make sure this was level, and that was a bit of a challenge there. Not a lot of a challenge, just a little bit of a challenge. How's that look? That looks fine. And this is how I had this before at the other one, so... Perfect. Exactly the same way it was. Now... This is too sharp of a curve. I can't do that, so we're going to have to come off this end. Like that. Nope, don't like that. Let's try redoing the other side, see if I can make these meet. That's beautiful. Now we've got a nice yin-yang oil delivery going here. Okay, so that is all set. All we have to do is fix these lines, and we're not going to do that till we're ready to move everything except this. This will have to come in after all of this is demolished, but that won't be hard to fix. Okay, so we're going over that. Good here. We're all the way good here. Now, that is going to continue to go on that direction. Now the question is... I need to check and see where all these trains are going before I do anything. All right, it looks like the only connection I have to make is this one here. Makes me wonder, yeah, probably what I should do here. Can I just do this? Will this work? I don't think it will. I don't think it's the right angle. No. It's nowhere near close enough. It's going to have to come over here, which means this bridge has to be longer. Let's pause this. I'm going to have to delete a lot of this. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, now let's take this from here. I'm going to run it all the way down and connect to that. And that runs underneath there beautifully. Okay, so that's all set. I could probably trim this back a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And then just reconnect these. Actually, this one track doesn't even need to exist anymore. That's okay. I'll work it out. So let's go ahead and we're gonna what? Let's get rid of this one track. Because I'm only going to need 2 tracks here now, because we're not running the other stuff through here anymore. So we need one for the iron and coal coming from the mines up there, and the other one from the forest that's going down to the sawmill. Can I trim out a little bit more? I think that looks pretty good, actually. Okay. This comes up here. Perfect. And then what I'll do here is I'll take out this platform and this track and then just put a new platform on. So this doesn't need to be here because this guy is just going to come into this spot right here where he's at right now, or actually right next to where this guy is now. These tracks are going to do nothing now. These trains may be a little bit trapped. I might end up having to delete them and replace them with new ones. But that's fine. That sort of thing happens. That does look like it curves a little weird, doesn't it? But that's fine too. I don't care. All right. Let me reroute some of this stuff. All right. We are out of time. I still need to get signals on here, but it's not a big deal yet. We've got a lot of work that still needs to be done. I've had to delete a few trains, including this, the train for this, and at least one train for this. I'm not sure. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. This one here. Yeah, there's 2 trains. I had to delete one of them. The other one is thankfully clear up here, so it's out of the way. I hadn't realized, well, and also we need to connect this up and move our truck depot up here. What I had not realized when I started all this is that I am going to have to completely redo these because they do need to connect onto here. Because if nothing else, the South Forest here needs to get up here. Unless I'm going to switch to it. Actually, I could, couldn't I? There's a different forest right here. I might just switch to this forest instead of using this one, and we can just abandon this one here. That'll save a lot of trouble. And then the only other thing that we have that needs to be fixed, if I get rid of that, is this right here. We need to be able to deliver wood and steel down to Richmond, which was what all of this here is for. But we just do not have time to finish this up today, so that will have to be in the next video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.